Let's bring you an update on this story now. The cross-examination of lead investigator in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Case, Brigadier Bongani Gininda, is expected to continue in the Pretoria High Court this morning. Yesterday, Gininda telling the court that there was no ulterior motive in the apprehension of accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya, as he was wanted for other crimes. This after the defense argued that the time that Sibiya's arrest, or at the time of Sibiya's arrest, police did not have enough evidence linking him to the soccer star's murder. Now, Gininda, who heads the cold case unit, has been instrumental in the detention of some of the accused. He also rubbished claims that police officers assaulted the accused to get confession statements out of them. Let's remind you that 5 men are on trial for the soccer star's murder back in October of 2014. All right, let's get an update now. And Linda Mnisi joining us in studio this time around. Good morning to you, sir. Let's start with what Brigadier Gininda had to tell the court. A lot is playing out right now in this trial within a trial.
You'll remember, Toli, that this is the man that led the team of investigators that nabbed the 5 accused. So most of his testimony was really trying to get a sense, a better understanding of what happened behind the arrests, leading to the confessions of accused number 1 and 2. And one of the interesting points that you mentioned out of your intro there was around whether or not there was pressure to act on this matter, and when exactly this matter got to the cold case unit. You'll remember that this case of Senzo Meyiwa was murdered in October of 2014. Yeah. And what Brigadier Gininda is telling the court is that it only got to their unit in 2018. In November 2018, that's when the then Commissioner General Tole took the matter and gave it to that particular unit. It had then been declared a cold case, and that is why it fell under their unit. At the time, Brigadier Gininda was a part of the unit, but was not the leader of the unit. And he says there wasn't any kind of pressure for them to act on this matter, because if you look at the time of when this matter was allocated to the National Cold Case Unit and the time of the arrests, which was October 2020, it would have been around 2 years. So they say they acted on information, particularly intelligence, playing an important role in nabbing the 5 accused men. He says we had to act on information, but at the time there were quite a number of things that we already knew, and that is why when we arrested the accused, we did what they call a cold case analysis. This is an analysis that they do on the suspects to determine which other matters exactly are they involved in. And a couple of other matters emerged, and that's why they were able to nab them first for those murders before they were charged for the murder of Senzo Meyiwa.
Quickly bring us up to speed with the incident that occurred on Monday. Some developments yesterday, and that is the warden who says he was attacked by 3 of the accused. A case has since been opened. Do we know whether from the side of the accused, whether they've instructed their lawyers to perhaps lay a countercharge?
It's interesting, Toli, particularly when you look at how the issue also played out, right? It was during a lunch adjournment, and there was that scuffle, around the seating arrangement, court decorum. We've seen, because also if you go back to the judge's sentiments about this matter, he said he wouldn't make a ruling. I urged everybody to act as adults and said, well, I'm not taking any statements under oath, so really this wouldn't be binding on anybody, just calling on everybody to, act as adults. But the warden has now gone and opened a case against accused number 3, which is Mtobisi Mncube, accused number 4, Mthokoziseni Maphisa, as well as accused number 5, Fisoguhle Ntuli. We haven't had word yet around what exactly they are going to do, because, they found out after the media had broke the information that the case was open. So from what we're getting on the ground, it looks like further instructions may be taken, to act if they will. on this particular matter. But at this very moment, we don't know whether or not they are going to open a counter-charge.
All right, Linda Mnisi, thank you very much. Keeping us abreast of the developments in the Senzo Meyiwa murder case.